Today, we're diving into the invisible nervous system of modern business. It's the network that connects every single department, and it's what determines whether a company runs in perfect harmony or, well, total chaos.
You know how it is, right? We've all been there. You order something, and it shows up like magic. Perfectly on time, you got updates the whole way, it's a dream. But then, the very next time, it's a complete nightmare. It's late, it's the wrong item, and you're stuck on the phone trying to figure out what went wrong. So what's the real difference? It's not just about one person working harder than another. It's about whether a company's systems are actually talking to each other. And this really breaks it down. On one side, you've got the old siloed way. Every department is its own little island. That leads to chaos, endless manual data re-entry, and everyone just putting out fires all day. But on the other side, you have the integrated way, a world of perfect sync, seamless automation, and proactive service. And that, right there, is the difference between an angry customer and a happy, loyal one. So let's start by digging into why that siloed way is still so common. To really appreciate the solution, you've got to understand the problem. And it's a classic one. It's what happens when you have all these powerful, specialized systems that just don't talk to each other, creating what we call information silos. Think about it like this. Your warehouse management system, your WMS, is a total genius at knowing exactly where every single product is. And your transportation management system, the TMS, is brilliant at finding the cheapest, fastest delivery route. But here's the catch. They're specialists with blinders on. The warehouse system has no idea how profitable that product is, and the transport system doesn't know if the customer is 3 months behind on their bills. They're both powerful, but they're fundamentally disconnected.
So how do you get these specialists to actually work together? Well, you give the company a central brain that can see the whole picture.
And that brain is called an ERP, an Enterprise Resource Planning System. This is the corporate core. It's the thing that links everything, finance, production, logistics, you name it, into one single flowing information circuit. It doesn't just hold data. Its job is to make decisions and automatically trigger actions all across the company.
Okay, to really see this brain in action, let's follow one big order. Let's say for 1,000 office chairs and see how it flows through a company with a fully integrated ERP.
It all kicks off the second a sales manager enters that order. Instantly, the ERP springs to life. It pings the warehouse system, sees there are only 300 chairs in stock, and right away, it reserves those 300 for this customer. At the same time, it logs a deficit of 700. All of this happens in a fraction of a second. No emails, no phone calls, no one running down to the warehouse with a clipboard. It just happens. And this is where the real magic happens. The ERP doesn't just tell you there's a problem, it starts solving it. It automatically sends a production order for those 700 missing chairs to the factory. Then it does the math, calculating it needs exactly 3,500 wheels to build them. It checks the raw materials inventory, sees there's a shortage of wheels, and get this, without a single human clicking a button, it creates and sends a purchase order to the wheel supplier. That one sales order just set off a perfect automated chain reaction through the entire supply chain. Now, that internal efficiency is absolutely incredible. But the real power of all this integration is what the customer actually sees, or maybe what they don't have to worry about. This quote really just nails it. Nowadays, a great delivery experience is a core part of the product itself. And this is where another critical system joins the party, the CRM, or Customer Relationship Management System. The CRM is the customer's window into all of that complex stuff happening behind the scenes. Its whole job is to translate all that operational data into a super smooth customer experience. And its greatest strength is shifting the entire company from being reactive to being proactive. And this example shows the difference perfectly. So imagine a clinic is waiting on a really expensive MRI machine. They've got a crane rented by the hour, ready to go at 2 p.m. In the reactive, disconnected world, the delivery truck gets stuck in a massive traffic jam. The supplier has no idea until 2:15 when an angry clinic manager calls, furious that they're wasting money on the crane. Now, let's look at the proactive, integrated world. At 11:30 in the morning, the truck's GPS tells the transport system it's delayed. That system instantly tells the CRM, which automatically texts the clinic a new ETA. The clinic has plenty of time to reschedule the crane, saving money and, most importantly, trust. The problem was solved before it ever really became a problem. So, being proactive is great, but what happens when something just truly goes wrong? Like a product shows up completely shattered. This is the real stress test for any company's service. In an integrated world, the customer can start the whole process themselves. They just snap a photo of the broken vase and upload it in an app. The CRM instantly creates a ticket that everyone who needs to see it, quality control, the warehouse, accounting, can see at the same time. As soon as a manager approves the return with a single click, the CRM commands the warehouse to ship a brand new vase and tells the transport system to schedule a courier to pick up the broken one. What could have been a horrible, frustrating experience is turned into a smooth, easy resolution that actually builds trust. And now this process is getting a massive upgrade with AI. Instead of those robotic, canned responses we all hate, generative AI can actually read a customer's message, figure out how frustrated they are, and instantly draft a personalized, empathetic reply. It can even suggest the perfect fix, like a discount on their next order or free express delivery, to turn that bad experience around even faster. So all of this amazing automation, from ordering chairs to that AI-powered customer service reply, it all depends on these systems being able to talk to each other. For the ERP and CRM to work in harmony, there has to be this invisible network connecting them. So how does it actually work? How do all these different pieces of software speak the same language?
Well, the secret sauce is a technology called an API, which stands for Application Programming Interface. The easiest way to think about it is just as a set of rules, a common language that lets different programs talk, share data, and send commands to each other without needing to know anything about how the other one is built on the inside. Okay, here's the best analogy for an API. It's like a waiter in a restaurant. You are one system, sitting at the table. The kitchen is another system. You can't just barge into the kitchen and start making your own food, right? You need the waiter, the API, to take your order from the menu, translate it for the chefs in the kitchen, and then bring back exactly what you asked for. It's the perfect middleman.
APIs are fantastic for connecting two systems, point A to point B. But as companies grow, they might have 10, 20, even 50 different software tools they're using. And trying to connect every single one directly to every other one, well, that creates a whole new kind of messy problem. It creates what tech folks call spaghetti architecture, a completely tangled, fragile mess, where if one connection breaks, it can cause a massive chain reaction of failures. The modern solution is something called an enterprise service bus, or ESB. Think of it like a central train station. Instead of building messy little roads between every single town, all the towns just build one clean track to the central hub. All the systems talk to the hub, not to each other. This makes the whole network way more flexible and so much easier to manage.
And the future here is getting even faster and even smarter. With something called event-driven architecture, systems don't even have to ask for updates anymore. Instead, they just broadcast events like, hey, an order just shipped, or warning, inventory is low, out into the network. Any other system that cares about that information just listens for those events and reacts instantly. You combine that with the Internet of Things, where a little sensor on a shipping pallet can broadcast its own temperature and location, and you get a network that practically runs itself in real time. So what you have to realize is that this isn't just about cool new tech. It's a fundamental change in how a business actually operates. It's about moving away from being a collection of separate departments to becoming a single, intelligent, unified organism. Which really leaves us with one big question to think about. In a world that is this deeply and seamlessly connected, what is the real cost of choosing to stay disconnected?